Yo, sometimes I like to take a look at life, like what it would be like if I lived in other people's shoes, just to kind of gain a little bit more perspective about something. Uh, I made a video about it last time, but so it's so interesting for me because you can go into like a situation and think you're right, but in its entirety, you might not be wrong, but just from your perspective. And then the other person might not be wrong either. So, and it just kind of like carries across like different like meanings in life and stuff. So like one of the best examples I can give you guys is like I'm in construction, right? So usually when I'm talking to some of the contractors, they're like, "Bro, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, like this is not included." I'm like, "I definitely see that this is not included." And but like the way the verbiage was, like it was included. So, it's like generalized, it was there, just not specifically. So it's one of those things where it's like, fuck, you kind of got to give them the hand, but you still also got to represent what you represent. I mean, if you're like me, I try to be as fair as possible, or, just as well as I can be, because I'm not fucking perfect. I'm still learning. But it's just so interesting, because you can be like that in relationships. You could be talking to someone, and then they're like, "Oh, you do this, you do this, you do this," and then instinctively you're like, "Oh shit, I gotta defend myself," without actually, giving it the second to be like, "Fuck, this person's right," but this is also how I view the matter, so I don't necessarily feel wrong, and then express it that way, and then maybe they're gonna be like, "Ah, fuck, this is crazy how they think," when, I don't feel wrong either, but just now I know. So this is all just kind of like, just a big summary of how I view things. Honestly, I think it's kind of neat that stuff like that exists because if it was just black and white all the time, shit would just be boring. There would never be any interesting perspectives. Everything would always be capped out. And, we would just be out here all the time just bored or acting like we know everything. And then so, like, the younger generations would just probably have to fucking bow down to the older generations. And it would just be stupid because you'd never have any growth. You'd never have any type of like creative processes that can kind of like allow for you to really go outside the lines and come to like a new conclusion that everybody could be like, well, fuck, I see what you did there, but I do my own thing. I do something different, and that's cool too. So it's just so interesting to me. But yeah, if you have anything to fucking say about it, leave me a comment.